and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be taking you along with me to Lauren Lester in Tacoma, Washington. Like I said, we're going to Lauren Lester here in Washington. We don't have very many romantasy book events that are exclusive to this neck of the woods. So this is Lauren Lester's first year hosted down in Tacoma, Washington. Super excited. I know it's focusing majority on indie romantasy authors here that are local. I know a couple of authors are coming from Portland and just the Seattle area in general. And I'm hoping to get back into reading more local and indie authors. I try to do it, but I don't make as much of a conscious effort as I know that I should. I went to a romance recess event last fall with one of my friends and picked up a couple of indie author books, but have not yet picked them up to read them. And I think that's part of my problem is I will go to these events, I will buy books, and then I don't prioritize them on my TBR as much as I feel like I should. So hopefully I can pick up some good books, get some cute little trinkets, some knickknacks, and kind of go from there and hopefully grow my local indie author kind of variety. So yes, I will insert some clips. Hopefully I can film a good amount. Hopefully it's not too busy. So with Lauren Lester, this is their first year, like I said. So they're doing a Saturday and a Sunday component to it, and then a ball Sunday night. So my friend and I were going to do both days in the ball, but I was not feeling it yesterday. I was so tired after getting back from Minnesota. So I decided I'm just going to do Sunday. We're just going to make it a full day thing. So that is still our game plan. We're going to visit our pals at Beguiled because they're going to be there. And hopefully I can buy a blind date with a book because that's my favorite thing to get from them. And then we'll see kind of what else I pick up. So this will be almost instantaneous for you guys, but I will catch you in a little bit when I have returned from shopping, perusing, browsing, all of the fun things. Okay, so I returned, freshened up the makeup a little bit, still in my original t-shirt, have not changed yet for the ball, but I wanted to hop on and do a little run through of all of my little knickknacks, all of my little trinkets, all of the books that I bought, because I think that my haul is probably one of my best hauls from one of these local indie author events that I've gone to. I think that I got a wide variety of things, and I'm just super excited for what I got. So we'll start with the things that aren't books and do books at the end. So starting off with things that are not books, I actually got a bunch of treats, snacks. There was a little bakery there. So she had these cute little grab bags. They were basically just a ton of baked goods. And here is the little list. I've already munched on a couple of them. So here's the little list of things that are included in this grab bag. So there is cinnamon rolls, almond roca brittle, a white chocolate strawberry toffee, and then cookies and cream rolls, chocolate chip cookies, and vanilla lavender rolls. So basically all of my favorite things. And all of their packaging is so adorable. I already ate a couple of cookies, but there's cookies. And then this is the brittles. Here's the almond roca one. I was obsessed with the almond roca one, so I already ate half of it. But those are the kind of smaller things. And then here is the vanilla lavender roll. And then it also came with a cute little baggie of stickers, a bookmark, a chocolate, just a cute little thank you bag. So that was basically what I got as far as food at this event. There was also Dippin' Dots, and then there was a cafe across the street that was doing specialty themed drinks to go with the event. So I think I have a couple of clips of me and my friends in there, just kind of perusing around, getting a little drinky, having a good time. Oh, I need to figure out what the name of the bakery was. I'm leaving you guys hanging. I actually don't know. Yeah, I legitimately don't know the name of the bakery. Huh. Okay. Well, if I figure out the name of the bakery, I'll just put it up here because none of their stuff has their name on it. And I just didn't question it. When I was buying it, I was like, hell yeah, I want baked goods. Who doesn't love baked goods? But yes, everything that I've tried so far has been super, super yummy, so amazing. So absolutely love it and recommend. The next thing that I ended up picking up is actually from the shop of More Resin. And so this one is just a little resin coffee holder. I'm making so much noise with this paper and I'm worried that the mic is picking up on it really badly. So hopefully this works out. Okay. Okay, so from More Resin, I got this little coffee holder that works on like softer surfaces. So like if you're like reading on your couch or, you know, like on a chair and you have like the arm of the couch or chair, you can set this down on it and it holds your drink. So you're not like balancing your drink on something that's soft and could spill. And so I thought this one was just super, super cutie. The glitter on the inside of this is like a snow globe. So it like moves around as you like shake the like holder. And so I thought that was super fun and super cute. And this one's just like super cutesy and fall. It has a little ghost reading, a little fireplace, and a jack-o'-lantern. I thought that one was just adorable. But they had tons of other designs to pick from. Okay, this next thing is actually another like blind bag surprise thing from Crafty AF, which is a local store that we have in Tacoma. And so I went on ahead and grabbed this. It's a Twilight themed, kind of just like romantasy bookshelf kit. So it comes with 5 knickknacks, 15 decorative books, 10 covered books, 2 potion bottles, and 1 folding book. And this kind of goes with these little bookshelves that you can make through their store. So my friends and I are hoping to go and build a bookshelf. And I thought that these would be a perfect addition to a bookshelf that I could build, you know? Oh, hell yeah. So here in this pouch is the little books. So we have a couple that have the covers. There's the Midnight Sun cover. Here is, I believe, the Breaking Dawn cover. We have some non-Twilight books. Colleen Hoover. We have Siren Duke. Duet with the Siren Duke. That makes a little bit more sense. And then we have a couple of ones that aren't actually like the book covers. Like this is not a book, but it like is used in place of a book, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what this whole thing is all about, is like making your little bookcase, and you fill it with some books that look like real books. And then some of these books aren't real book covers and they just like are stand-ins for books. So that is super cute, super fun. I love these, and I'm super excited to make a little shelf to put them in. Oh my God, there's so many of them. Okay. I also have this little folding book. So this one like splays out and you can see all the little pages. Here is a little vial. We have a little like disco ball, mirror ball kind of moment. A little plant. That is so fun. A little potion, and this one has like a liquid in it. I have a coffin, which is super funny for Twilight. I think this is supposed to be like a little wine bottle, which is kind of hilarious because they're all literally minors and they can't even drink. A bat. And then this little wood plate. This is home. That is super cute. So that was all in this little grab bag. And like I said, it's all Twilight themed. The next thing that I picked up is actually for my rearview mirror in my car. I've been meaning to get something that kind of dangles down and is like just cutesy. So some girl was selling some crocheted projects and I decided to pick up a little bumblebee with a jar of honey. I thought that was super cute, adorable. I'm kind of going through this like Winnie the Pooh renaissance, and this just immediately made me think of him. And so I thought that would be super fun to have this just dangling from my rearview mirror as I'm driving. I also picked up a Lauren Lester keychain. The Shelf Indulgence booth sold some of these, so I decided to pick one up. Not 100% sure where I'm going to put it, but I figured like this is their first year. Like I might as well get some merch to document that this is their first year doing it. The next thing that I picked up is a t-shirt. Oh God. So I thought this was super cute. I try not to get too much like clothing merch at these just because like I already have so many clothes. But I thought this one was super fun. It just says the Romantasy Reader Society, all readers welcome. So that was super fun, super cutesy, and it's pink. So like obviously I'm gonna wear it a ton. Who knows? I might even be wearing it in my next TBR video, which I've yet to film. So it could be potentially worn very, very soon. All right, the last thing to go through before we go through the books I ended up picking up, let's go through the little trinkets and knickknacks that I ended up getting. The one thing I didn't love about Lauren Lester is not very many people at all were trinket trading. Like no one was actually trading them. So anyone who was giving away trinkets, it was all like the authors and the vendors themselves giving out little freebies with purchase. So I stopped by this author's table. It is Tammy Descamps. And so she gave me a little QR code to get a discount on her books, as well as this cute little charm bracelet. I got tons of stickers, like so many stickers. So all of my little stickers. I also got a little moth bracelet from one of the authors that I purchased her book, and also a little sword. I guess this can be used like as a bookmark or just like stabbing into a book or something. I'm not 100% sure, but it was super cute and super fun. And then I also got this little scroll from one of the authors. She said that she's giving out bad bitch energy to people. So I picked one of those up. That is so cute. It says, I light up every mood with my energy and confidence. So that is super cute, super fun. I'm going to roll this back up and put it on my bookshelf so that way I can roll it whenever I like need a little pick me up, a little boost. But I love that concept. And then the next thing that we have to go through is the books I ended up purchasing. I didn't purchase that many. I think when I purchased books, I kept going to authors that I knew I liked multiple of their books or were interested in multiple projects that they had done. So I only purchased from two like local authors, but I bought multiple books from each author. And then I also have my blind date with a book from Beguiled that I was super, super pumped about. So let's go ahead and do the blind date with a book first from Beguiled. So here's what it looks like in all of its glory. It's all wrapped in its cute pink wrapping. We have stickers. We have a like keychain. We have a highlighter. We have cocktail like mixies. So all kinds of fun, cool stuff. I'll go ahead and read the little blurb that they put in the front. I love that they do little bullet points, but they like get pretty like nitty gritty with the bullet points. They aren't just giving you like random one-off tropes. They're actually telling you like things that are going on and things that you get like from the blurb that are beyond just like basic, straightforward, like only one bed trope or something like that. So this one is MF, a sexy slow burn romance, bargained bride, demigod death daddy, she's sunshine, he's ice, courtly intrigue and deadly trials, in the king of death's arms is a gray cat. So super cute. And then they also give it 3 little fire emojis and it's a paperback. So let's go ahead and take all of the little trinkets, tchotchkes off of here and then we'll unwrap our book. Ooh, it is Claire Sager's King of Ravens. I actually have not heard of I've heard of the author Claire Sager, but I have not heard of this particular book. And the cover is so pretty. I love the pink flowers on the edges. So I'm super, super excited for this. But yeah, this sounds so good, so fun. I'm so glad that I picked this up and I'm really excited to read it. And now getting into the other books that I picked up. So like I mentioned, I grabbed 2 books from each author that I like bought books from because they had multiple books that were intriguing to me. So I will give you guys like the like very high level overview blurb of the books that I bought, but not going into any detail because obviously I haven't read them. And I also really picked the authors based on like vibes. Like if I was vibing with them, I was going to buy a book. So these first 2 that I picked up from the same author, I'm super excited for because one of them is actually a novella. This first one is A Fuckery of Songs and Shadows by A.J. Brown. I think that's how you pronounce their last name. But this one, basically, they explained that after writing the like full-length novel that I also purchased from them. They wanted something that was like lighthearted and kind of funny. So this one's giving like if Shrek and Donkey were like in a buddy cop movie. So the first book in this series is actually a different book, and that one we are following them as they save. Basically, like the premise is if they saved Feyre from Tamlin, and this one is if they were to like go after a boy band. So think like K-pop Demon Hunters vibes, which is kind of why I picked it. So I'm super excited for this one. Super skinny legend. Very, very short. So teeny tiny. I think like 90 pages. So I can definitely knock this out in a day. Yes. Yeah, like literally 90 pages. So definitely could knock this one out super, super quick. And I thought that this one just sounded super fun, super interesting. And I love K-pop Demon Hunters. Also by that same author is Of Blood and Stone. So in this one, it is basically a like dark gothic version of Tangled, is kind of what the author says that her readers say it kind of feels like it's a standalone. So it's like a completed story. And basically the male main character is a like thief, and our female main character is, I believe, like a like priestess kind of mage, and they have to team up as reluctant allies to find a willow tree that is going to save and like heal someone. But so they're reluctant allies, they don't really want to work together, and the magic that they're searching for might have like a lot more than just helping one single person. So I thought that sounded super fun, super interesting, and I'm just super excited to read this one as well. Okay, so these next two books that I picked up are by Blake Gallows. And so this first one is a standalone completed vampire story. So this one is Blood Red Hex. And so I got the fancy signing edition. So it has like the pretty sprayed edges, and it has like the character art on the front and the back. So I kind of have like a sense of what these characters look like, but I thought that they just looked so intriguing. And I love me like a vampire story. So I figured this one would be a nice little palette cleanser for like between like heavier world building fantasies, since this one's kind of just like straightforward vampires and it's wrapping up in one book. And then, like I said, this last book that I picked up is also by Blake Gallows, and it is Of Nightmares and Fire. And so this one is the first book in a duology that is currently set to have the sequel released later on this year. And this one is kind of like a Freddy Krueger Sandman style magic system where our female main character is like seeing things in her dreams. And so I thought that one sounded super interesting. And I also love just a duology. Like I think that it's so nice and simple when you can like wrap something up in two books. So I thought this one sounded super fun and super cool. So I'm glad that I picked this one up as well. This one's not like a fancy, crazy cool edition, but I did really like the moth on the cover, and she's the author that I got the like moth bracelet from. So she stuck to a theme, and I really appreciated that. So those are all the books that I ended up picking up at this book event. I'm about to go get ready to hit the ball, so I will go ahead and do my cutesy little book stack picture moment for the thumbnail, and then head on over to the ball, and I will insert clips of the whole day's festivities for you guys. And I cannot wait to do Lauren Lester again next year. They've already announced that they're planning on doing it, I believe, in the convention center. Don't quote me on that. If I'm wrong, I'll put "don't listen to me, I'm stupid" up here. But I'm pretty sure they're doing it next year at the convention center, which is super exciting, and I think going to be a bigger space. So hopefully they can have a couple more authors and maybe even more people that are like a little bit bigger, a little bit more well known. So it's not just all like local and indie. Maybe some people could travel in from, I don't know, like Oregon or something. I think I'm going to do it again. Okay, look at the camera. Hi, hello, and welcome to today's YouTube video. I don't like how I said that. So there is cinnamon rolls, there is almond roca, I guess, how do I explain, like brittle? Oh, that's the word. And then the cafe across the street I'm going to not wave my arm around while I talk about this. So the next thing that I'm going to not rustle this bag, but they had tons of other designs. I'm going to not rustle the paper. Oh my God. So much noise. Ugh. So my friends and I are hoping to go. I'm going to stop messing with it. I think the books that I purchased words. So this first one is, what is it called? A Fuckery of Songs and Shadows. I sounded really surprised. Okay, so this first one is a fuckery of, I'm going to say that without grabbing my boob. This first one is a fuckery. So also by that same author is, I need to read titles before I start talking.